I'm back. You can see my watering crew has abandoned me. Chaos is in the chicken yard drinking their water, though it's the same very fresh water he has in his bowl. Laddie, of course, I topped off his food, so he's over there because he's totally food oriented. And Daisy's like, I don't know about that's the funniest, weirdest looking chicken. But yeah, Chaos likes to hang out in the yard. So I just redid their pool, and I'm over here watering my volunteer pumpkins. And I think we're supposed to be, I think yesterday we were supposed to, I think we reached 90. And our heat index is like 96, 97. Too much for me. I just pretty much, I cooked and did some packing. And today, and I spent some time with my neighbors next door. I went to get my flu shot yesterday, and my insurance company, of course, is having problems with their computer talking with the pharmacy's computer. So until the computers can talk to each other, because everything has to go through the computers, yeah. So they were going to call me when they got through, but I'll just have to reschedule. So yeah, it seems kind of early, but I got a notification saying, hey, it's time. So I thought, well, I'll go ahead and get them. I made a little bit of video that had my face on it yesterday morning, but I wasn't happy with the way it looked. So yeah, just because, I mean, I've always got the flu shot every year since I started pharmacy, because I was around sick people so much. But and I've got the pandemic one just because of the urging of my insurance company really wanted me to have it because of complications if I caught something. Which I don't catch anything. I've never had a single flu in my life. You know, a little stomach bug here and there. Spring colds, you know. I've had like a little bronchitis before, but never like anything that's in the COVID flu family. People think when you say COVID, or if you're saying, well, I mean, actually the coronavirus family, let's put it that way. So, but because I'm going to be hugging and kissing a lot of people, and a lot of people who have contact with a lot of other people, because I have literally been in isolation. I don't see people. I'm not around anyone that I don't know. No, my neighbors next door are the only people I'm around. But look at this cucumber that's climbing in the old, where the tomatoes are just about spent. We got one growing there. You can see it from here. There's one in there. Day before yesterday is only about 7 inches long. It's grown a couple more inches, but it's pretty skinny. Let me see if I can get to it. Kind of hard to see it within all that stuff, but there it is. So yeah, I've still got cucumbers going. It's almost September, which is very odd, but we've had really hot, odd, weird weather. And yeah, like I said, the tomatoes are about spent. I had the last of my green tomatoes the other day for lunch on Saturday or Sunday. And I'm going to pick these smaller. They can still be sliced up and made into green tomatoes, but if I let them get too far close to getting to pink, little insect or spiders or whatever is wanting to eat on them and put spots on them. So, and everyone pictures fried green tomatoes as being a slice, but when they're small like this, I've halved them or quartered them up, breaded them, and then dropped them in hot oil. And so yeah, the sunflowers are still going, doing their best. They're all quite leaning as the heads on them got heavy, and they all got, you know, blown around by Tropical Storm Debbie Downer, but that one's still pretty straight up. But yeah, so I'm going to take my Fisker tool with me, and if there's room in whatever my family comes and gets me in, I'm going to take my 5 best cages. And like I've said, I will have a little wee garden, and the rest of the stuff I can just keep stored away. I have families who have garages and sheds, and because I will be living with my sister in an apartment, which is only like a 14-unit apartment complex. It's there's probably other people who are, you know, Social Security age in there, but I'm only 10 years from that. But She says it's pretty quiet. They don't really have, she has no issues with anybody there, which is good. But let's take a look at the pumpkins. So you can see little bitty ones right there. Here we go. Here's one. We'll bring some cardboard out and put under that one. You can see in there, I think. You zoom in, there's a couple more there. So that's about 6 or 7 I count on this one plant, which is lighter. And then there's several in here somewhere. Because it's got some powder mildew on them, I don't want to really touch because it'll make me itch, but there's more. So yeah, I'll probably have a dozen little baby pumpkins by the time I'm ready to leave. And any that are left here, I'll tell my neighbor and he can just come over and pick them. So I'm reaching back out to the people who I'm going to rehome my chickens to today. Make sure they do want them. And they know that 10 hens now, 3 roos, and if they can't take the roosters, then I'll leave them here. Because Paul won't kill them or rehome them. He'll just feed them and take care of them. And they can be together in the big coop, and run without, there's no females to fight over. So yeah, I'm gonna really miss them. I've been trying to spend as much time as I can with them and hanging out with them. And this morning when I came out I added in, it was like 15 minutes before sunrise, and it was so dark and so foggy. On the camera, it doesn't look as dark as it was, but it was really dark and foggy. I loved it. I was going to sit out in it for a while, but Chaos was ready to come in for some breakfast, and I was still in my pajamas, which doesn't really matter. I walk around this yard in my pajamas all the time, because who's going to see me? You know, it's not like there's anyone in my life who gives a crap what I look like or what I'm wearing, including me half the time. So yeah, I didn't sit out here this morning. I went back and laid down, and I laid down till like almost 10:30. Not because I was tired, but because I was having some really kick-ass dreams. And I can't just usually go back to sleep, but if I wake up and I've just come out of a dream, if I keep the dream, especially I have really some very intricate, crazy dreams, very detailed. If I stay in the dream, and right now I'm just reaching through here, hoping I don't grab spiders or bugs. I'm grabbing what little cherry tomatoes are starting to redden up for the birds is. But if I keep that dream on my mind, even if I get up to get a drink or go to the bathroom, if I keep that dream in the forefront of my memory, keep thinking about it, I'll go right back into it. And when it's a good dream or a very interesting dream, it's a great little knack to have, ability to have. You guys want some tomatoes? Yeah, mister. I'm molting. Yeah, you look like you've just got bedhead. Come on. Yeah, come on, Miss Flower. I know you love your cherry tomatoes. Yeah, cherry tomatoes. Come on. There you go. As much as Flower hangs out here with me and with Laddie, she still acts squirrely. And I think it's because a couple times I have had to catch her with the fishing net. So when I have a chicken that I can't catch, instead of, especially in the summer, or just instead of chasing around and stressing them and getting them overworked up, I just sneak up on them with a fishing net and scoop them up. And the squawking and the flapping and the being pissed off last only just a few seconds until they're suspended in the air, then they freeze. Hello, Miss Daisy. So you can kind of see blowing over there, but there's lots of little white feathers in the grass. So everyone's starting a bit of that seasonal molt. I'm still getting 4 to 5 eggs a day. At least 4 out of, at least 5 out of the 10. And of course, 3 of those girls are too young, and a couple of the others are starting to go into a molt, so I know they're probably not laying. Their little bodies can only concentrate on one thing at a time. So when your chickens are molting, they're typically not going to lay. Their energies and their everything's are going into expelling the old feathers and growing the new ones. So I'm still watering these flowers. And like I said in a previous video, I will continue to water and keep everything looking pretty and alive until time to go, or till time to pull it out. So, and if I have to pull out my marigolds, I'll pull out my marigolds. You know, they're just an annual, but I'm definitely going to pull out, dump all the soil, and take the green stalk with me. And I love that it all just nests together like it was a big nesting doll. And it travels so well. But everything's getting a drinky poo. And just a wee bit of a video today. Most of the teenagers are back along that little 4-foot strip from the fence in and for about 4 feet or 4 or 5 feet it's shaded. And so they all hang out back there. They got their pool refilled. And I emptied their pool when I emptied their waters. And when I came out, I was going to fill it from this side. And someone had already got in there and peed and pooped in the pool. Well, their pee and poop is a combo. But yeah, I'm like, really, guys? Really? I hadn't even refilled it yet. So then I had to stretch into the fence and over to dump it again. I'm like, y'all are brats. So yeah, I'm picking the small tomatoes so I can have fried green tomatoes. And yeah, probably anything that, like I said, it's pinks up, that gets at all pink, I will just throw over to the chickens. But yeah, you can still see I got lots of little cherry tomatoes in here. So they're not showing much signs of slowing down. I mean, their limbs are looking kind of spindly. Not as, you know, upright, but they're also tangled together. I think it's kind of where everyone's tomatoes are this time of year. So all right, I'm going to end this, me rambling about the garden and looking at this crazy cucumber vine. You guys have a great afternoon. Bye, y'all. All right, I'm just adding this into the end. Everything's been watered. Me and Janky Feathers and Nomad. Chaos must be somewhere in the shade, sleeping. Paul had gone through this phase where he was ordering cans of cod liver, and this was before and canned oysters and all kinds of different things he was eating before his stroke. Now he eats what I cook. He eats everything in the house that he doesn't buy, and he eats junk food. So I've been bringing the cod liver out for Chaos. I know, Nomad, you're so pretty. She's like, I want to be with you. You just can't touch me. Don't you know how much I want to touch you and pet you and squish and hug you? She's like, yeah. Your birds and the other cat have been telling me that you've been on a tear of snuggling and hugging and dripping salty water on them. Nomad, you are so observant. So yeah, I'm just sitting out here. I gathered a bunch of little green tomatoes that I'm going to quarter and deep fry. With the next a couple. Got my Dr. Pepper and my Thermacell, and it's hot today. It's going to get really hot. We get an occasional 1 mile an hour breeze coming out of the west, so I'm just going to sit here in the shade for a little bit, trying to enjoy everything as long as I can. Well, yeah, I'm going to take my flag with me. Peace, y'all. Hey, y'all. It's 15 minutes before sunrise, and look how beautiful this fog is. It's certainly not this foggy. Beautiful. I love it. You've been fed. You want to come in a bit? Oh, I have to come out here and sit in the swing just to enjoy it. We're not supposed to be getting any rain. All right, come on, let's go in, mister.